She started walking towards the car with her fist barred up. So I'm like, okay, she's obviously upset at Jay, so maybe that's what she's about to do. No, y'all. She cocked her fist back and started punching the window. So much so that the very first time she punched the window, the whole car started shaking and rocking. The second time, you could see a little bitty crack. Like she already just getting in. She just punched the window. Boom, boom, boom. Me and my friend look at each other and we look back at Jay like, nah, get out the car because you're not getting her to stop. Jay and the car talk about stop, chill, all mellow and stuff. Nah, she not stopping. She trying to punch her way through here. You got to get out. She can't come up in here doing all that. I don't know why, but in the middle of Kay just trying to punch through the window, I'm looking at her eyes and y'all, I've seen that look before. That's the look of somebody being fed up. Now, mind you, Jay hasn't even got into the meat, eggs, and potatoes of the thing. It's just the fact that from what I could tell, just off body language, just off, she looks drained. She looks over. She looks like she reached her breaking point. And I want to know what happened to get her to this point. While I'm off in La La Land trying to look into Kay's eyes and assess the situation, the fist has made its way into the car. That's right, y'all. She has punched her way through the car. It's only one thing left for me to do. If she didn't already punched in the car, I could get out. Could I call the police? Yes. Could I get over there and try to restrain her? Yes. But what did I do? I just got out the car and I stood there. I mean, I'm not in the car no more. I'm safe. What else am I supposed to do? As soon as I got out, here come Jay trying to like hold me and cover around me, cover me. I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I don't want Kay to hurt you. I'm like, but why would she hurt me? I haven't done anything to her. You was just coming over here trying to explain to me and my friend what's going on. So why am I the focus all of a sudden? She's like, bruh, I have to tell you something. I've been kind of lying to you this whole time. It's something that I forgot to mention. I'm like, well, say it right now. Because like at this point, you just been dragging it this whole time. She's like, well, Kay is actually my ex. Oh, but wow, well, that doesn't surprise me the least bit. So this is your ex. Now, y'all done lie like y'all been friends since kindergarten, that y'all grew up together, that y'all been so locked in friendships, this, and that. She didn't even tell me that you was into studs. But come to find out, Kate is your ex. So why would you want to hook me up with your ex? I don't know, that's weird. Jay's like, I don't know, bruh. I didn't think that she would actually fall for you. I think that's where the problem lies at. Like, I just wanted to play a little joke on you and do a little prank. But I think she really started feeling you once y'all started talking. I'm like, Jay, I hear you. I hear all that you're saying. It's not making sense. But one thing that I really want to know, and I'm sure y'all want to know too, which one of y'all smelled like fish for real? Like, was that you or her? Because at this point, I'm low-key starting to accept the fact that maybe, just maybe, I was planning the macaroni and that the macaroni belonged to Jay. Jay took a deep breath and she told me, like, when we was on FaceTime, when, you know, I heard the macaroni sounds, that it was actually her. She was saying that was Jay. But then she was saying when I was lured into a dark bedroom, that was Kay. So she's insinuating that Kay is the catfish, y'all. Kay smelled like catfish. At this point, I'm equally just disgusted with the both of them. I'm saying, like, why'd you have to pick me to do this whole prank play thing on? What are y'all getting out of this? Why is she so upset and angry? Like, and now I feel like once she bust through the window, she was just kind of standing back, letting Jay talk. And I feel like she was low-key relieved that Jay was finally telling me the truth. Because it seems to me that for whatever reason, I don't know what Jay had over Kay, but Jay was definitely making her do this. It's not something that she wanted to do. I'm like, it doesn't make sense, but it does also kind of make sense at the same time. The fact that you somehow was the only one that overly knew Kay, that somehow every time I was supposed to meet up with her, you was right there. Somehow every time I, try to talk to her or something like that, I felt like that was you playing on the phone. She's like, no, I was just telling her, that's enough talking to you. I really didn't want her to link with you because I knew that she would fall for you and be in love with you and really like you and all this other type of stuff. But I'm like, but it's your fault that you did that. Like, so what are you saying? While me and Jay is at the back of the car talking, my friend is at the front of the car with Kay and they starting to walk off. So they talking about some things. I know my friend, she's the type of friend she wants to get all the tea. So I'm sure that she's getting Kay's version of this, right? At this point, I feel completely played with and now I want to fight. So I tell Jay just like that, hey, go ahead and put yourself down. You owe me around at least. She's like, around? What you mean? You know exactly what I mean. And I start, lacing up my shoes. I start popping my knuckles. You know what time it is. She's like, I'm not about to get in the field with you. Yes, you are. She's like, no. She starts to back up, put her hands up. She's like, I can't do that. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'm in love with you. And I don't hit people that I'm in love with that I really care for. Like, I really love you. Oh, brother. Here she go with this again, bro. So the girl hoo-ha that smelled like fish is actually the ex of the friend that I've been friends with for the past couple of months. The stud just confessed that she's so in love with me while also exposing to me that the girl that I've been talking to is her ex and they've been dating for years. As you could probably assume, I was speechless. I really didn't have any words. Like I said, the only thing on my mind, something just was telling me to fight Jay. you know, usually you have like the angel on this side, the devil on this side. I felt like I had the devil on both shoulders telling me just swing on her, because the more she talked, the more irritated, the more annoyed, the more angry I felt myself becoming. My whole thing is this: you and your ex, Jay and Kay, could have been weird by themselves. They could have had their own little thing going on. Why drag me into it? And especially for that long. It could have been like, oh, haha, I'm just playing like that's my ex. Y'all could have said that weeks ago. Here we are over a month in, and now all the secrets, all the cats coming out the bag. That's not how it's supposed to go. Furthermore, we still not done. I don't even know what's true or not. So is Jay, are you really into studs, or was Kay just lying when she said that? For Kay to not really be into girls, but here you are, Jay, telling me that that's been your ex, y'all always been off and on. Why was she there that specific night at the club? Where has she been this whole entire time that you said that y'all was together or in a relationship? I'm just so confused. And honestly, the fact that Jay has just confessed that it was Kay that was smelling like fishy, tuna, macaroni, spoiled milk, or all that in the third, I was blue ×2. Finally, Kay opens up her mouth and she says, you know what? I didn't even want to do this. I told Jay multiple times that like we shouldn't do this. This was all wrong. But she told me that this would be the only way that we could get back together. So let me get this straight. Kay, you actually want to be with Jay? Jay's like, oh, I already told her like this was it. This was raps. I found myself falling in love with you. I don't want to be with her. I want to be with you. Jay, you actually think, I'm not sure what I did, what I said, what for Jay to even possess a thought, for her to even fathom that there was even a slight of a fifth of a chance that we could ever be together. It was never gonna happen like that. So y'all know how first I was angry. Now I'm entering a stage where like I have to laugh to keep myself from just like swinging on her. I'm laughing and Jay's like thinking everything cool. She laughing too. She like, what, bro? Like, what's funny? I'm for real. I had already told her me and her is over. I don't want to be with her. I just want to talk to you. I want to see if we got something. Jay, you know we could never have anything. If it was the last thing to have, you still wouldn't have it. Pinky promise. My friend came over by me. She's standing there confused. She's like, you know what? Calm down. Let's just leave. I'm not sure why Jay proceeded to stand there and list off a number of qualities that she thought would, I guess, maybe persuade me into talking to her, being with her. She's like, well, I'm dependable. I'm loyal. I'm honest. I can do this. I can cook. I can clean. And I'm just looking at her like, you really think this is a joke? Because she still has like this smirk on her face. Now, Kay, I look over at Kay and she honestly looked hurt. Because Jay just confessed in front of myself, my friend, and her. She's like, yeah, it was never going to be Kay. It was always going to be you, Star. Like, I want to be with you. I want to talk to you. I want to see what we could build. And I'm just like, wow, that is crazy. My friend grabbed my arm. She started pushing me towards the car. I see Kay walking towards us. She walks past me, and I do indeed smell the fish. Like, I felt like it was a breeze. And, you know, like when the wind hits certain people and it's like, it like kind of pushes the scent. And it was fishy. But I'm like, in my head, like, don't worry, because maybe that's something she can take care of. She starts walking towards Jay, and she swings on her. And then they just start going in like they was two strangers off the street. They fighting. Boom, 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 boom. Now, for a minute, I'm not going to lie, I didn't want to break it up because Kay was getting the best of Jay. And honestly, deep down inside, that made me happy because Jay deserved every single hit, every single punch. She really did deserve that. So I just kind of stood back. And after a while, my friend was like, all right, y'all, come on, break it up. Stop doing all this. You know, y'all shouldn't be out here fighting each other. Come on, y'all, break it up. Y'all don't want to go to jail. They finally stop tussling. Both of them get up and Jay starts to walk away. She's like, you know what? F this. I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to talk to you. Stay away from me. Y'all, Kay is running behind Jay like, no, please don't go. Stop. Like, don't leave me. Talk to me. I don't want it to be like this. I love you. I'll do whatever you want me to do. And that's when I knew right there. And that's what got you in that situation. I'm not sure what Kay's obsession with Jay was because, like, outside of her looks, it was literally nothing. There was no substance. It was no runner-up. It was nothing to make her be that crazy about that girl. But, y'all, she was running after Jay. Jay literally takes off running. As soon as she sees that Kay won't stop following her, she just breaks out into a full sprint. Kay turns around, walks back towards the car, and again, I'm like smelling the fishy aroma, and she just kind of breaks down right there in front of us. She's just crying, and me and my friend just looking at each other back and forth like, what do we do now? My friend tries to comfort her. She's like, look, the best thing that ever happened to you, you know, Jay left you alone. You should leave her alone. Y'all not a good match. The girl says, I can't leave her alone because I'm pregnant. Oh. How you get pregnant by a stud? Huh? Kay just said the reason why she can't leave Jay alone is because she was pregnant. How do you get pregnant by a stud? And tell me, because I felt like since I'm almost 50, I need to be having kids too. But I didn't know that two girls can have a baby just based off of two girls. I thought we needed that other part or the other process or something. So I'm still here all confused. I know y'all confused too. I could probably count on one hand how many times in my life that I have just been completely speechless. I mean, stunned. I mean, I can't even move a muscle. And right then and there was one of those times. I'm like, wait, what you just say? I'm just like, y'all, can you repeat that for me? I pressed 1 for repeat. Kay was acting like she was so scared and timid. She's like, yeah, I'm pregnant and it's Jay's baby. How the Please tell me how the Mind you, as far as I know, Jay is a woman, a female. We got the same thing. We got the same her and her. And back there too, I don't really got that much, but it moved though. I'm like, Kay, what did you saying? Like, we have been confused from jump. Can raise your hand if you've been confused. Okay, I see you back there. You, hey, what's up? I know you from school. You. So all of y'all confused, including me. So that makes maybe like, a couple 100,000 of us. Yes, we've been confused. Me and my friend, we just waiting on her to, like, we're not trying to rush her to talk, but you just can't say something like that and just stop talking. We need some follow-up. We need you to run right into that. We need you to pick this up. What do you mean, Kay? You're pregnant by Jay. I don't know if you just got here, if you lost. These are 2 women. This is one woman claiming to be pregnant by another woman. Yes, she can be pregnant and share a baby with another woman, if they got it from elsewhere. Or maybe, this is, I don't know what, Jay didn't get you pregnant, girl. I know that much. Kay then says, wait, she didn't tell you? I'm like, no, she didn't. Why do you think we so shocked? If she told us, we wouldn't be so behooved. I'm behooved right now. And somebody probably gonna check the dictionary. Am I using it right? Behooved? What I'm trying to say is, I am super califragilisticexpialidocious. I don't even know what to say. My friend, she got all the questions. She nosy and she messy. She like, so wait, did y'all do the process? She's naming like IVF. She's like, did y'all use someone else's stuff and maybe did the at home, type deal, like turkey baster? She's like, what's going on? Like, you're gonna have to make it make sense because 2 + 2 not equaling 4 is actually equaling -6,703. And that's not correct. Kay started rubbing her stomach and I'm like, wait, like how far along are you? She then picks her stomach up and it's like a little bump. Yo, it's like a little baby bump. And immediately for me, I'm like, okay, so if Jay told me that Kay was the one I was playing in her macaroni tuna fish, you know what I'm saying? And I know she's an expectant mother, so I don't really want to just go too far with that one. But it's like, wait, was I touching the baby? Was I poking the baby while I was playing in it? Y'all don't understand because I wasn't raised like that. Like if she could have just said like, I'm pregnant, I'd have been like, oh, okay, we can wait until, you drop or something. I just feel like when dating somebody, telling them that you're pregnant should be one of the top 3 things that come out of your mouth besides your name. For example, my name was Ashley. Hi, my name is Ashley. My favorite color blue. I'm pregnant. Bam. Get it out the way. Get it out the way. Kay says that she's starting to feel dizzy. My friend is walking her over to her car. She's sitting her down. She's like, it's okay, calm down. She asked me to grab a water bottle out the car. I'm in the car looking for a water bottle, but honestly, I'm starting to lose my mind too because I'm just kind of like, okay, how is this gonna go? I'm still thinking about what if girls can get girls pregnant? What if Jay found out a way to to get Kay pregnant? I feel like I'm being left out. That's something I don't want to be. I don't want to be left off bad and bougie when it comes to that. She need to tell me the tea. I need all the tips and tricks because I too want to be able to birth kids. Like if I could just, lay it down, boom, then I can even feel. I need to know. I found a water bottle. I bring it over to Kay. She's sitting there, she's trying to count her breaths and stuff. And we just like, so, are you okay? As soon as she said yes, I'm like, so boom. How did you, Kay, as a woman, get pregnant by Jay as another woman? Spill the beans right now. I need to know. So let me get this straight. This girl that I've been talking to for almost a month, who I thought was catfish, I found out she's not catfish. She just smells like catfish. And I know because, okay. So then my friend, someone that I considered a friend, told me that they're exes and that they go all the way back. Now that girl that I was talking to and or dating for the past month just told me that she's pregnant by the girl who I thought was my friend. Is anyone else as confused and lost as I am? Because I've been confused and lost this whole time. Well, anyway, as soon as she utters the words, I'm pregnant and it's Jay's baby, I don't even care that they set me up. I don't even care that they played me. I don't even care that they lied. I want to know, how do you as a woman feel as though you're pregnant by another woman, especially Jay? I felt like once Kay got done having her fake, panic attack or whatever, she's starting to talk. She's like, well, there's a lot of things that you don't know about me and Jay. And obviously, I'm just now finding out everything, even though I was already completely done. At this point, I just needed my little closure so I can go ahead and walk away. She keeps repeating herself like, Jay's not who you think they are. Jay's not who you think they are. And she's using they, and I kind of caught on like, oh. And I'm saying, oh, she's not. She's like, no, they're not. So I'm saying they saying they. And 2 plus 2 is finally starting to equal 4 in this story, if you follow me. That's not even the worst part about it. So she goes on to tell me about how her and Jay met. When she first met Jay, she said that he had this like obsession with studs, so much so that Jay, which is a man, if you haven't caught on by now, Jay is a man, he goes around pretending to be a stud. He even goes as far as wearing sports bras. He even goes as far as wearing push-up bras. He even goes as far as trying to make himself by the face look very feminine. He doesn't want any like facial hair or whatever. He just wants to look like a stud. I'm going to give you a moment to gather yourselves. 1 second. So when she said that, I'm glad she took a pause, because I too had to try to make it make sense. And I'm trying to think of all the times like, So that very deep voice. Remember, I always told y'all Jay always had like a deep voice. But I never judged him. I never judged them, because I know some girls that have deep voices. It's not their fault. They were born that way. There's nothing they can do about it. But as I'm starting to think about it more, I'm just like, his physique was a little bit, but but I know some studs, they stocky, they built, you know what I'm saying, they muscular, they got all this going on. So that really wasn't a thing. Now, one thing that did kind of raise my eyebrow about Jay was his hand size. Their hands were so huge, so big to be a girl. So I'm just like, but sometimes we have some females with some long. It was just a lot of different things that I felt like, even when I tried to convince myself, like, maybe I never really got that far, because I'm like, surely, like, I don't want to be the one to be like, oh, are you a man and you're clearly presenting yourself as a girl? Why is he presenting himself as a girl, a stud at that? Very mysterious. And no offense to maybe someone's out there watching, maybe you do the same thing. Hey, if you like it, I love it. So this whole time I've been hanging with Jay, talking to Jay, and he's been a man this whole time portraying himself to be a stud, guys. And I really don't know how to feel about that, because honestly, I felt like it should be illegal and he should go to jail. As a man, he should go to man jail, not stud jail. Kay goes on to say they've been together for a while, so she just kind of accepted it. Like, she would always tell him that he needs to stop, but for whatever reason, he's like attracted to studs. He wants to be around studs. He wants to be a stud. He wants to portray it from head to toe. And, she loves him so much, because at first he was in love with her until, I guess, one night he saw a stud and him and the stud became best friends. Until Jay tried to talk to the stud, and the stud was like, nah. Then after that, I guess he just been having this vendetta, like, oh, I'm gonna get me a stud. Not sure why he was so fixated and laid his eyes on me, but this ain't that, player. So I'm like, okay, so now it makes sense. Jay is a man, and that's how you're pregnant. She's like, yes. And I'm just like, wow, blown away, actually. Now that I'm still thinking about it, like, I done been pranked a couple of times in my life, but I feel like that's top 5. Like, that goes down as top 5, because I really did not see it coming. Kay proceeds to tell us that, like, she wishes that she could walk away. She wishes that she could get out of this situation, because she knows that Jay no longer loves her. At this point, she's just stuck with a baby, while Jay is out here trying to find his next stud bro to latch on to, and I guess run off into the sunset with. Kay also indeed confirmed that it was her that, pulled me into the dark house, and, I was planning her macaroni and stuff like that. I did not let her know that Jay said that it was her that smelled like fish, though. I felt like that now was not the time. I'm very big on time and place, and I felt like I could have just easily left that detail out, so I did. At that point, both my friend and I had enough. She's like, well, look, I hope everything works out for you. Like, y'all dead wrong for that. Like, y'all need help. Both of y'all, like, you should be, out here alerting the people, screaming it loud and proud. But instead, you're in love with him. Now you're pregnant as he goes after God knows who, next, whatever. She's like, you just need to make people, more aware of Jay and the action. You shouldn't play along. She's like, oh, but I love him. And you can tell she's just not ready to leave. So me and my best friend was like, all right, best of luck. We wish you well. We got in the car, we started driving off, and we just started laughing, because no way something like that has happened. And me and her just started like noticing small things about Jay, and I'm like, he would have chin hair, but maybe I'm thinking like maybe something like PCOS or something like that. Like, I never really knew for sure, and I never really wanted to put that jacket on his back. Oddly enough, a couple of years ago, Jay came across my timeline. Jay is now a woman, so he is transgendered all the way into a woman now. So she came across my timeline on Instagram when Instagram just started putting random stuff on the timeline. She came across, and she was going viral basically for her transition. Although it was messed up what he back then did to me, I'm happy if she's happy in her own skin. She looks like she's happy, doing her thing, living her life, and that's cool too. But I'm gonna leave you with this. Karma don't miss nobody. You dead wrong. As for Kay, I have no idea. Never heard of her. Never seen her ever again since that date. Well, like a little afterwards. We're not sure if she really had the baby or not. That's what my best friend was trying to like figure out years later. But I don't know. It's like she flew out the face of the earth. Jay is not a stud for inquiring minds. She just transformed into just like, you know, a whole woman. Beautiful, by the way. So yeah, that about sums it up. And that was that story time. Hope you guys enjoyed laughing at my pain as you always do. Because it was kind of funny giving it to y'all too. Before I go, I just want to leave y'all with a little moral of the story. And the moral of the story is always checking them pins. Like, you should, friends, family, check them pins before you go any further. That's really it, for real.